What is going on, y'all? Psych Perspectives, giofvcks, and I knew I was gonna have to make a video about this. So let's go on and get to it. I was wrong. WRONG! Exclamation point, bolded out. I was wrong. So let's talk about it. Quavo and Saweetie. Let me get a puff. I was wrong. I can admit my faults. Can you? Can you be accountable and admit when you were wrong? Can you? Okay. I can, and the reason why I can admit it is because I've been in the situation and because you're not going to always be right. Nobody's perfect. The big point is admitting and owning up and taking accountability when you are wrong and you have made a mistake, okay? And new information has been presented, okay? So let's talk about it. Saweetie and Quavo. So Saweetie breaks up with Quavo for alleged cheating, disloyalty, trust issues, just your typical situation, unfortunately, when you are dealing with cis men, cis het men, cis men, trans men, masculine people, but predominantly, if we're going to keep it a buck, this is a cis het, cis man thing, okay? Like, masculine people, we have to just keep it real. We are known. We are known. Our track records speak for itself. I'm a trans man and I'm saying this, okay? Our track records are very dysfunctional, okay, and shady. And this is a prime example of it doesn't matter how beautiful you are, how attractive you are. It doesn't matter how loyal you are. It doesn't matter if you are constantly going beyond the call of duty. None of that stuff matters when it comes to masculine people, cis men, cis het men, trans men. It's unfortunate, but it's like niggas are going to cheat regardless. Okay, they're going to cheat. It doesn't matter. And then too, they're going to cheat with people that, if we're going to be completely honest, they're not on the same level as you. If you ever notice, they go and they cheat and go and do all this stuff behind your back with people that don't look as good as you in many cases, not as educated as you, isn't bringing anything to the table. Hell, you are the table in many cases, and they go and get with somebody that's literally low-hanging fruit. Look it up. Triangulation, look at narcissistic supply, narcissistic abuse. Narcissists are, pathological liars and they're habitual cheaters. This is what they do. They can't stay faithful. They can't be committed. They're not even committed to themselves. So don't be surprised if they can't commit to you or another person. They're just going to go from person to person. As Coach Warren says so often, they'll literally go from person to person, monkey branching, cheating on one person. You're no longer the main focus. You're no longer the main supply. Let me go cheat on somebody that I've had on the back burner for the past couple of weeks, months, who knows, even years, because they literally can and will recycle old supply. People that they used to mess with from years ago, they will recycle and bring back into the fold, And then there's also this constant argument that, well, cis het men, trans men, masculine people, we lust after people. So we can go and, cheat on a person just for sex. Doesn't necessarily mean that we love them or we have any emotional connections to them. That still doesn't justify cheating. Again, what is the purpose? And this is for all of my masculine people, right? Trans men, cis het men, masculine people, masculine folks, right? Okay, what is the purpose of getting into a committed, monogamous relationship if you already know that this isn't you? You're not able to commit. You're not able to be monogamous. What is the point? Why lead these people on? And then to my women, to my cis women, to my cis het women, to my trans women, to my feminine people, my feminine folks, What is the purpose of constantly putting yourself in the same situation to be played over and over and over again? There needs to be accountability on all angles, because when you look at both parties or multiple parties involved, it's literally the pot calling the kettle black, mixed with a lot of toxic codependency, especially from women and feminine folks. Because at the end of the day, why are you so hell-bent on being in relationships with people who don't want to be in relationships with you? Okay, and then to men and masculine people, why are we so hell-bent on lying and manipulating, literally misleading people? Because that's what it is. I mean, hello, you're lying and telling people you love them and care about them and you want to be committed to them and faithful and loyal. And if you notice, this is why I always say, actions speak louder than words. A person can tell you all day that they want to be loyal, they want to be committed, that they're honest, that they're transparent, that they love you. None of that shit matters until they actually show and tell and prove through their actions that they actually love you, that they actually want a loyal, monogamous, committed relationship with you. Again, if they can't show through actions, what's the point? What's the point? That's a real question, y'all. If they can't show through actions, then what's the point? What's the point? Because a lot of these relationships, it's a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit. Okay? And I'm just putting it for what it is. What's the point? What is the point? You knew, okay? And this is another example, because I was in a situation like this before back in 2018. And this is why I'm always saying, just because people post pictures on social media talking about this is my man, this is my woman, this is my boo, this is my bae, this is my lover, whatever. And just because you see people posting pictures of them going out to eat, just because you see them posting pictures of them going on trips, just because you see them, posting pictures of them buying each other shit, none of that shit matters. Not on social media, not in this social media age. Because first of all, especially if you're dealing with a narcissist, everything is about attention. Everything is literally about the story, the lie, the image that they're trying to portray. Okay, they want to make it seem like, yes, we're such a loving and committed couple. And look at how I wine and dine my man, my girl, my woman, my partner, my lover, my bae. Look at us. I mean, in 2018, I was literally taking pictures with this person like we were in a committed relationship couple. We sitting up here taking passport pictures, going out to eat, going to concerts, and it was all a fucking lie. So, once again, like I've been saying, as you get older, you heal, you grow, you mature. I'm gonna be real with you. As you get older and you grow, you're not going to be excited about pictures on Facebook, Instagram, social media. That's not going to excite you. And then really you have to ask yourself, but this is what I mean by we have to grow and mature and hold ourselves accountable. A lot of people who are watching my videos, you are in your mid-20s, late 20s, early 30s, 40s. You're older, you're mature, all right? Or you're getting older. Everybody's getting older. You're not going to get any younger, but you will get older. And it's like I said, we in our late 20s, early 30s, why in the hell are we still jumping up and down because somebody posts a picture of us going out to eat? Don't none of that shit matter. And like I said, dealing with these narcissists, honey, none of that shit matters. And then I'm gonna say this, a lot of times when they sitting up here want to do all these, because I noticed with the person that I was dealing with, they'll be doing all these pictures and shit because they're trying to make people jealous. There's other supply, other people that they're leading on, or people that they've discarded who are still on their social media, which again, I'm gonna keep saying this, either block them, unfriend them, but don't be on their social media. Because again, they will purposely use their social media to make other people jealous. Again, it's all about the story. Like really when you're dealing with someone who's pathological, a narcissistic personality disorders, narcissistic, toxic, dysfunctional, petty, shady, because a lot of this behavior, it's passive aggressive behavior, and it's very like petty and childish and immature. You're sitting up here taking pictures of somebody that you're using to get back at an ex or a past supply that you supposedly don't care about. That don't even make any sense. But that's what they will do. But that's why I say I don't be getting jealous over that stuff anymore. And I say anymore because I can be honest. 3 years ago, I would have been hurt. I would have been jealous. I would have been salty. I would have been bitter. I can admit that. Today, child, please. And that's another thing. If you're dealing with a narcissist, they do the same thing with everybody. Like the narc that I was dealing with takes everybody to Canada. So again, they literally repeat and they use different people. It's a cycle. It is a cycle. Like I said, humans tend to live in cycles. They continue to do the same shit over and over and over again. So back to Saweetie and Quavo. That's not surprising. It's unfortunate for her. And again, I'm going to say this to my cis women, to my cis het women, to my trans women, to my trans feminine people, to my feminine folks. You need to divest from men. And what I mean by that is you need to stop centering them in your lives, okay? Anybody that's attracted to men and masculine people, you need to decenter them, okay? And they definitely shouldn't be your focal point for romantic relationships because as you can see, that's not really our strong suit. Now, disclaimer, are all cis men, cis het men, trans masculine people like this? No, that's not true. Okay, that's not true. I'm a trans man, right? I'm a trans man. And guess what? I'm not a cheater. But I'm just going to be honest. As a trans man that deals with other men and masculine people, the majority of us, I'm just going to say it, I would take with a grain of salt. A lot of us are full of shit. A lot of us are pathological liars, cheaters. A lot of us have a lot of trauma and abuse that we've gone through that we fail to actually heal and work on. And I'm sorry, but we're not a good population of people to be trying to date. Okay, definitely not a good population of people to be trying to make your focal point for romantic relationships because you can't have romance with people who don't want to be vulnerable, don't want to communicate, want to continue to lie and play all these mind games. And then, like I said, a lot of us, we have so many insecurities and a lot of us are on the DL. I'm sorry, but if you, child, these niggas are not heterosexual, okay? And that's another problem in itself because you got to ask yourself. This is why I said, if you run into somebody, a lot of these masculine folks are misogynistic in nature because think about it. And this is what I mean. You can always tell when somebody ain't on the up and up, okay? Pay attention to actions and behaviors. That's the most important thing I can ever say in these videos. But I don't care if you're dealing with a woman, a man, a masculine person, a feminine person, non-binary, gender fluid, gay, straight. It doesn't matter what their sexuality is. It doesn't matter what their gender is. It doesn't matter what their race or ethnicity is. Pay attention to their actions and behaviors. Again, misogyny. I'm going to get on this real quick. A lot of these masculine people are misogynistic. And don't get me wrong, I have issues with misogyny. I can admit, you can call me misogynistic. I can admit that. The question is, are you going to heal from that? Are you going to unlearn misogyny? Are you going to continue to be toxic? So, let me get on the misogyny tip. This is the thing. They don't like women. They don't. They hate y'all. They hate women and they hate femininity. Anything related to femininity. This is why so many cis men are homophobic. Yet because you don't want a man to be feminine, or you assume that if a man is gay, he's feminine. A lot of this is hatred of women and femininity. Okay? They love you, but they always hurting you. Make it make sense. They love you, but they hurt you. They love you, but they lie to you. They love you, but they hurt you. They love you, but they cheat on you. They love you, but they hit you. They love you, but they steal from you. They love you, but they only talk to you when they need something. Again, they ain't really interested in you. They don't really care about you. And again, they use the social media to make themselves look good. So if I can sit up here and post pictures nonstop about me and my bae, and ooh, I just bought her a Birkin, or I just bought him, whatever. I bought him some Jordans or something, whatever you buy your bae. Oh, I'm taking him out to eat. Oh, we going on this vacation. And I'm just sitting up, picture. Look at us on Instagram and Facebook. Don't we look like we are such the perfect couple? Yeah, we goals, relationship goals, all this bullshit. In the meantime, this person is using you to make somebody else jealous because they cheating on your ass. I'm just being real. You being triangulated and you don't even know. Trust me, been there, done that. I was used. Okay, this is why I can talk about it. And then in fairness, hold up though, because you know me, I'm always big on what? Transparency, accountability. Let me be real. I was using him too. I was using him to make me look like I was cishet. Just like he was using me to make himself look cishet too, but we not finna get there. The point is, we get it. I get it, because it takes one, right? So I was using you too, and I was a toxic codependent. This is why I said a lot of y'all need to learn to detach. Like, practice detachment. Stop getting, like I said, stop putting all your eggs in one basket. And once again, back to Saweetie. Hopefully, you and other women and feminine people, men, masculine people, y'all listen to me. You need to date multiple people at once. You need to talk to multiple people at once. Especially if you are dealing with cis men, cis-het men, trans men, masculine people. Because I'm sorry, but you can best believe the vast majority of us, we're talking to multiple people. Here's the problem. We don't communicate that with you. See, niggas will sit up, make a scene, like, and I'm not, let me stop being problematic. Toxic people, narcissistic people, okay, will sit up and make it seem like you are the only person that they are talking to. You are the apple of their eye. When in reality, you are one of the many people that they're talking to. However, they've made you the main source of supply or their main focus, right? So they put you on this pedestal, but they still got other people underneath you, to the side of you, behind you, people from 5 years ago, people from 2 days ago, people that they just met on social media or at the bar or at the club that they are talking to. But they've just highlighted you. They've promoted you, if you will, to the main supply, the main focus, the focal point, the main person, right? They put you on the pedestal, but you can best believe there's people down here chilling, just waiting to be pulled out of the garage. Or as Dave at Narcology says, just waiting to be pulled out of the harem garage. And that's literally how it is. Which again, wouldn't be a problem if the person was upfront and honest. Because, that's the thing. So, back to my masculine folks, to my men and masculine folks. Why is it so hard for us to communicate and say, hey, I like you, but let's be real. I'm talking to other people. I'm single and mingling. I'm not obligated to you. You're not obligated to me. However, I do like you, and I would like to, see where this could go. Why can't we keep it real? Why we got to play all these games? For real. Men, masculine folks, speak up. Let people know in the comments, why do we do the shit we do? And then to my women and feminine folks, actions speak louder than words. If he or they or she is showing you that, hey, I ain't really fucking with you like that. You know what I mean? They lying, they inconsistent, they flighty, they actions don't match their words. It's always mind games. You don't really know which y'all are. Again, we are too old. We are too old, y'all. Like I said, I'm 28. Lord willing, come October, I'll be 29. We are too old to be sitting up here talking about, what are we? Because I know a lot of women and feminine folks, that's what happens. Y'all are always in the, what are we? Or if you're dealing with a toxic, narcissistic person, what are we? You too old to be asking these questions. You should know what the hell y'all are. The fact that it's so ambiguous, there's no title, you don't know what the hell is going on, that's a red flag. That's multiple red flags. Again, we are getting too old. Too old. And it just comes a time when you have to stop playing yourself. I'm going to keep saying that. It comes a time when you have to stop playing yourself. You can't be sitting up here blatant saying that, niggas ain't shit. Okay, if niggas ain't shit, why are you still talking to the niggas? Bitches ain't shit. Okay, if bitches ain't shit, why are you still talking to the bitches? People ain't shit. Well, if people ain't shit, why are you still talking to ain't shit people? After a while, yes, we know motherfuckers are toxic. And like I said, toxic, and I'm gonna keep saying it. So now from a personal standpoint, me, I'm always on the transparency. I deal with men. I like men. I like masculine people. I'm a gay trans man, born intersex. I admit that. I'm very upfront about that. I know what I like. I know what I don't like. So again, a lot of y'all need to start asking yourselves, what do you like? What do you not like? Okay. I pretty much have divested from men in the sense that, yes, I'm attracted to men. They're fine. They're attractive. There's some very intelligent men and masculine people out here. But in my experience, it has been just what the hell. Okay? You can't build with a group of people that refuse to be vulnerable, refuse to show emotion, refuse to communicate. Can't build with people that are insecure. Can't build with people that are constantly in their ego, because that's what narcissism is a lot of time. Like, partially, what it is the person is very egocentric. They only think about themselves. They don't care about how they hurt, lie, and use and abuse other people. They don't care, because everybody is seen as a means towards an end. They will use you for what it is. They use you, and once they get what they got out of you, they on to the next person. I mean, think about it. For a person to be able to just be a pathological liar and a habitual cheater, Quavo, and a lot of cis men, a lot of cis het men, a lot of trans men, a lot of masculine people. And yes, women and feminine people do the same thing, but let's really talk about it. For someone to constantly do that, they clearly don't care about you. There's no conscience there. There's no remorse there. If there was, they wouldn't continue to do it over and over and over again. A lot of y'all be getting cheated on over and over and over again. Y'all just stay going back to it. And again, you're showing the other person that's cheating on you, you really don't care about yourself because you coming right back to me. So I can just keep doing this because you keep allowing it. And I'm just being real. It takes two to tangle. You showing the other person how you want to be treated. So that's why I said after a while, you just have to cut them off. And I'm going to keep saying this. Stop, divest, and stop making them your romantic focal point. Also, romantic relationships are not the only relationships that you can have. And that goes for everybody. We spend way too much time trying to find the love of our lives instead of trying to love ourselves and find quality people to spend our time with. I'd rather have quality friendships, quality platonic relationships than to be sitting up, spending all my time looking for the one, and then I find a person that I thought was the one only to be led on, cheated, lied, and abused. And that's how a lot of y'all end up, because your whole life is about being dysfunctionally attached to somebody, aka toxic codependency. There's nothing cute about that. But everybody ain't on that level. Everybody don't see that. And I get that and I respect that. But at the same time, it's getting old listening to women and feminine people complain that niggas ain't this. Oh, we know that. So stop talking to them. Divest. Because it's getting old. And then men and masculine people. You know you lying. We know we lying. We know we full of shit. Own up to it. And stay single. Stay single or be upfront. I'm not looking for a monogamous relationship right now. I'm not looking for commitment right now. Be upfront, or I want to have a polyamorous relationship or an open relationship. There's so many different styles of relationships that can be had that we don't even talk about. Shout out to Dana White on Twitter. Like, that was an amazing statement that you made. I appreciate that because it's the truth. So many of these relation styles that we don't practice or we don't talk about or isn't respected. And a lot of it is built out of what? Religion. Cishet patriarchy. Which is built out of what? And I'm just going to be real. You know me. I'm always going to go deeper. White supremacy. It's oppression. But y'all don't want to... Y'all not... Some of us are not ready for that conversation. Those of us that are, continue to watch my videos. We're going to get deeper and deeper. But all I'm saying is, hopefully with Saweetie, sending you love, sending you peace. Go to therapy. Get into counseling. I recommend it. Get into therapy, get into counseling. Saweetie, you got the money and the resources to do it. This is why we need universal health care so everybody can get into counseling, okay? But no, seriously, to Saweetie or anybody out there that has been cheated on, lied to, or just whoever you are, get into therapy and counseling because it's really beneficial, especially if you get out of these toxic relationships, any toxic situation, any traumatic experience. It's very important. And even if you never had those types of issues, be proactive. Having somebody to talk to that can actually help you get action plans and set up ways to have an actual life worth living, that's a good thing to do. So I recommend therapy and counseling. But talk to multiple people at once. Be transparent, open, and communicate and honest. Stop playing these games with these people. And then, two, stop being so attached. Anyways, I'm out.